Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back with a product called the Zippi Sweeper. I've been seeing this advertising online. Had some requests for it, so let's see if it actually works in today's video. Let's first jump back to the unboxing and then get started. All right, here is the packaging. I paid 60 bucks for this from one of two official websites. We've got the most important instruction manual. We've got the handle, hopefully it's not too flimsy. Got an adapter, and we've got the base itself, which is larger than I thought it was gonna be. For some reason, it looks smaller on TV, which I guess maybe that's a good thing. All right, so as I stated, there's a couple different official websites, and it's also on Amazon. There's also a Max model on Amazon, which I did not purchase. The price varied, so it would definitely pay to shop around. Now, the claims are that it's a sweeper and cleaner all in one, lightweight with a triangular 3-brush head for hard to reach places. 360-degree cleaning. They say it's good for hard floors or carpet, great for corners or under furniture, easy to clean, rechargeable, and cordless. Now, people on Amazon who like this, the ratings aren't that great to be honest, but some people liked it, said it was lightweight, good for corners. They said it's good for pet hair and crumbs. Those who didn't like it, there were complaints that it's not very good for carpet, it's cheaply made, not very powerful, or the battery doesn't last very long. All right, so after my unboxing, I charged it for about almost 10 hours. And then it was time for the first test. I mean, it doesn't feel real smooth on the floor. Maybe that's because there aren't actually wheels on it. You just have these kind of rubbing up against the floor. I'm not sure that's a great design, but maybe it doesn't matter. Let me turn the motor on here and see what we got. All right, well, it's not too loud. That's good. All right, let me throw some crumbs down here and see what happens. I'm pretty sure they showed some crackers in their promotional video. Hiya! I didn't actually want to make that big of a mess, but a good thing I have the Zippi Sweeper to help clean it up. Oh, it's kind of moving some around, and there's a stripe here in the center that it missed. I like the ability to rotate though. That's kind of nice. I mean, it's not picking it up on the first pass. In fact, it's knocking it around everywhere. How about up against the wall? And I still left some there too. There's a lot of crumbs. It made the area of cleanup even larger. There's crumbs at a bigger area than it started off with because it knocks them around. It cleaned up a lot of it, but it actually kind of made a bigger mess. That's kind of disappointing. I gotta clean the rest of this up now. I'm a little bit torn on my first observation. I like the ability to maneuver. The maneuverability is really nice. You can get up against the wall, get in corners, that's pretty cool. The only problem is that with this particular mess, it was spraying them around into a larger area. It took me more time to clean up, I think. Let's try it in a corner now and see how that does. I got some sprinkles here. Let me try these out in the corner. Just kind of spread them around a little bit. All right, it's kind of working. It's kind of. Not perfect on the first pass. Once again though, I got some that sprayed out into a further area right down there. That was even the original mess area. I got some over there as well. So it kind of worked, but it seems like it's creating a bigger mess area. And it's not 100%, so we got more tests to do. Now, the battery is supposedly 800 milliamp hours, but there's quite a few warnings regarding the battery. They say high temperatures can damage the battery. They say that fully depleting it can also damage the battery. Using chargers other than the one they provide can damage the battery. They also point out you're supposed to charge it up for 10 hours before the first use, which I did. And the other thing about battery life is it's gonna vary. If you use on a hard floor, they say it can last up to 90 minutes. On a carpet, maybe only up to 20. From what I can tell, the middle of that range is what most people are gonna experience. I got some dog hair. We're gonna put that on the carpet and see how it does with pet hair and in carpet. So here we go. I wanna thank Bailey for contributing to the cause here. Let's see what we got for this small amount of pet hair kind of rubbed into the carpet. Oh, it doesn't sound very good on the carpet. Oh, it picked it up. Oh, it picked it up. It does not sound good on the carpet though. But in a way, it almost worked better. Somewhat in the brushes though. That's gonna have to be cleaned out, so maybe that's not so great, I don't know. It's even around this little brush right here. Maybe his pet hair is not good for it. It's all wrapped around everything. Look at this. It's everywhere. I don't know. Oh, look at this. All this stuff just came out. I guess because I tipped it over, it just came out of there. Oh, that's terrible. Look at this. Now I gotta sweep this up again. So I guess you can't tip it over. I don't remember seeing that in the instructions, but now I know. It's just kind of pushing it. It's kind of pushing it. This is not great. It's not great. But I think I got it all picked up at least. All right, I better go empty this out before it gets anywhere else. So I wasn't terribly impressed with my first round of tests with the Zippi Sweeper, but I definitely wanted to keep trying. And one thing I noticed is that when I went back after those first tests and looked at their commercial again, I noticed they were using the flat edge instead of the pointed edge. So I brought it back here and tried a couple more tests, and here's how that went. So even though this is the front and this is the back, I was pushing it this way. I noticed in the ads they were pushing it flat edge first. So I'm gonna try the same 3 crackers and see if pushing it flat edge first makes a difference. Here we go. Hiya! All right, here we go. Flat edge first. Oh, it's still kicking it out a little bit. Maybe not as bad. And there is still a streak right there that it missed. Can't get it. Oh, wow. It does seem if you lead with the front edge, this brush kicks everything out. So going with a flat edge maybe is a little bit better, but I'm still getting stuff kicking out. Let's try some coffee grounds. I'll spread them out a little bit here. All right, we'll see what we got. I'm gonna try to keep this brush away from the mess and see what happens. So this time the brush is going in the back. We're gonna do it this way. Actually, I'm doing it backwards. It's still kicking it. It's still kicking it. It doesn't seem to matter what I do. It's still gonna do that. Oh, come on, look at that. No, that's not good. It's a bigger mess area than it was when I started. I actually have a much bigger area to clean now. It doesn't seem to matter what angle I go at either. Eventually it gets it up. It just seems like a lot more work than it should be. I feel like the more I use this, the bigger my mess area gets. I actually might have to pull my vacuum out to get some of the stuff on the edges there. So I'm a little disappointed. Should I also point out that in the canister there, you can see it's open. I can actually stick my finger in there. So if you tip it, all that stuff's gonna pour out. So you have to be careful about that. So let's recap the Zippi Sweeper here. I would say, to me, it actually worked better on carpet than on hard floors, although a lot of people on Amazon had the opposite experience. But it wasn't good with pet hair because the hair got wrapped around all the brushes and I had to pick it all out manually. The debris canister is just kind of open, so if you tip it over, the debris could easily fall out on the floor. One problem I had that some people on Amazon also reported is that front brush would just hit the debris and spew it out elsewhere, which actually enlarged the cleanup area to be bigger than how it started. So the Amazon reviews are pretty split on this one. Some people seem to love it, a lot of people seem to hate it, and I think that has a lot to do with the expectations. If you look at it more as a broom, you may not be as disappointed than if you look at it as a vacuum. To me, I feel like no matter what job I did, it eventually worked, but it was a lot more work than it should have been. In fact, I pulled out a regular broom and it seemed a lot faster than the Zippi Sweeper, and a lot cheaper too. But that's all I've got. If you've used a Zippi Sweeper or something like it, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.